Yeah, so Bonner's gone. DeWanna Bonner's gone. Indiana fans, I'm so sorry. This is a horrible video for you. DeWanna Bonner is not coming back, according to Andy Costabile in Front Office Sports.
There's a huge mystery surrounding DeWanna Bonner and her absence, okay? In these past 4 games, guys, in the past 4 games, DeWanna Bonner has been MIA for the Indiana Fever. It's getting to the point where I'm on my Twitter timeline. The fans are saying that DeWanna Bonner has quote-unquote quiet quit. Okay, they say that she is quiet quitting the Indiana Fever.
No warning, no press release, no final game. DeWanna Bonner didn't just quit the Fever, she ghosted them. It wasn't a tweet, it wasn't a locker room meltdown, it wasn't even a slow fade, it was instant. One day, DeWanna Bonner was suited up, quietly warming up in the corner, and the next, she was gone. No handshake, no goodbye. Just an empty locker and a team scrambling for answers. Indiana didn't see it coming, because how do you prepare for a veteran who packs her bags and vanishes like a magician mid-performance? This wasn't basketball. This was a soap opera in high tops, and Bonner just pulled the ultimate plot twist.
DeWanna Bonner is officially done with the Indiana Fever. Now, DB has been out for the past 6 games for personal reasons, but other than that, the team has been pretty quiet on what exactly is going on, and there's been so much speculation around her absence. But the whole thing was just kind of bizarre, and a lot of Fever fans were speculating that we're not going to see her back. And just today, it was announced that she has no intentions on returning to the Indiana Fever, and her preferred destinations are either Atlanta or the Phoenix Mercury. It's also been reported that the main reason that she wanted to leave is because things felt off from the beginning and she thought that she would be a starter.
In another non-shocking turn of events, it's being reported that DeWanna Bonner no longer wants to be with Indiana Fever. I was shocked in the first place that she went there, to be honest, based on the harassment that her and her wife received last year from the Fever fans. So this is not shocking to me. This article, it says that her potential landing spots could be Phoenix or the Dream. You guys know I got Dream season tickets, so I'm biased. Come to ATL. She started the season off starting with the Fever and then was promptly benched, and Lexi started in the starting position, so this is all speculation. I don't know, right? That could have.
Let's not pretend this was burnout or self-care. This wasn't Bali. This was ego, plain and loud. The moment Bonner realized she wasn't getting a guaranteed starting role, she didn't fight. She flounced. She wasn't there to compete. She was there to coast. And when the coaching staff offered her a seat on the bench instead of a throne, she didn't take it as motivation. She took it as betrayal. And instead of grinding, she vanished. Mid-practice, mid-season, mid-promise. This wasn't just an exit, it was a transformation. A few weeks ago, Bonner was acting like the wise vet, sharing advice with rookies, giving the camera a knowing nod every time Caitlin Clark drained a 3. But then the attention shifted, the headlines moved, and suddenly, mentor mode shut down, fast. Now every pass she didn't get looked like a conspiracy. Every Clark highlight felt like a personal insult. The moment the spotlight shifted away from Bonner, she didn't adjust. She unraveled.
But I see a lot of Fever fans being very negative towards DB, talking about I never seen someone take so much personal time off, and who takes personal time off? I don't know if you're not family origin. I don't know if you may hate your family, but family comes first over everything. Okay? I don't know. Maybe you're not family origin, but family comes first. If she having issues and stuff going on with her family, how about we pray about it? Okay? She's a human being. Stuff happens to them just like shit happens to us. Life be lifing. They have shit happen to them just like shit happened to us. So let's not do that.
So DeWanna Bonner pulls one of the weakest moves in sports history and quits on the Indiana Fever, not even halfway through the season, man. Your ass couldn't hit the fucking side of a barn and was stinking it up every game, and you're mad about a starting spot or some bullshit? Completely lost all respect for your punk ass, man. And now your preferred destination is the Phoenix Mercury and the Dream. Oh, what? So you can go back with Alyssa Thomas and Scissor? What the fuck kind of bullshit is this? And then all the people that hate Caitlin Clark so much, the Black Clan and Black Clan panders, are sitting here supporting this weak ass move.
The bench isn't always punishment. For some, it's a challenge, but not for Bonner. The moment she didn't get her starter status, the narrative flipped. She stopped competing. She started sulking. High fives became side eyes, team huddles became awkward silences, and Clark, she became the scapegoat because nothing screams "I still matter" like blaming the rookie for your own irrelevance. It wasn't personal, it was theatrical. While the Fever were trying to build chemistry, Bonner was curating drama. Her Instagram story became a cryptic diary of betrayal. Subtweets, mood lighting, emo quotes, and no hustle, no fire, no fight. She wasn't chasing rings anymore. She was chasing relevance. One post at a time. This wasn't a comeback story. This was a PR campaign for a player stuck in the past.
Right, now, some people have been saying that her banner has been taken down. I don't know how true that is. But from what people are saying and seeing, they said her banner is taken down. Now, yes, that is alarming if it is real. I don't know exactly what it might mean if they did take it down, but you have to think it's not a good sign. Now, we all remember what Stephanie White ended up saying in the practice when asked about DeWanna Bonner. She was saying, like, you know, there's no timeline, right? No timeline. But they're just making sure that they're staying supportive of her. So I don't know if it's really a team thing, a team issue, the reason why she is missing right now. I feel like it really is something personal.
Of course, the DeWanna Bonner news would come out while I'm out. But I can't say that it caught me by surprise because it certainly didn't. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's surprising. DeWanna Bonner signs a free agent contract with the Indiana Fever. And after a handful of games, once a Fever exit, apparently. And that is a strange situation, right? Because she was embraced. She had her achievement at the beginning of the season, moving up the scoring ranks. They were referring to her as Mama Bear in training camp. And now all of a sudden that has fallen apart. She was out of the starting lineup, hadn't really produced that much, particularly on the offensive end. And this,
Now, rumor has it she wants to join Atlanta. Of course she does. Atlanta, the city of reinventions and soft landings for aging stars who want to feel famous again. And to sweeten the pitch, she's reportedly eyeing a duo with Brittany Griner. Sounds bold. Sounds dangerous. Sounds desperate. A redemption arc that reads more like a buddy comedy where no one plays defense. Griner has her own arc, but Bonner, she's still writing the same scene on repeat. Exit, blame, tweet, repeat. Back in Indiana, the locker she left behind is probably already repainted. The coaches aren't texting her. The players aren't asking when she's coming back, because this wasn't heartbreak. This was relief. The team is moving forward, while Bonner is scrolling through real estate listings and pitching herself like she's still the main character. The Fever are lacing up, because you can't build a team around someone who sees effort as optional. Let's talk truth. Even if Bonner stayed, her numbers weren't screaming starter. They were whispering backup, maybe, on a good day. She wasn't benched for politics. She was benched for production. But instead of fighting for minutes, she fought for attention. And when the applause stopped, so did she. This wasn't about injury. This wasn't about burnout. This was about ego. And it was loud. Here's the reality. The WNBA doesn't pause for anyone. Not even a veteran with 2 rings and a chip on her shoulder. While Bonner's out here ghosting practices and curating betrayal montages, rookies are grinding. Players are improving. Teams are evolving. And DeWanna, she's standing still, hoping the league will spin back toward her. But basketball doesn't work like that. The game moves forward, and if you don't move with it, you get left behind. She thought she still had leverage. She thought teams were circling. But the truth, most GMs wouldn't touch the situation with a 10-foot selfie stick. No one wants a mid-season diva crisis. No one's signing up for drama over defense. If Bonner gets another shot, it won't be because she earned it. It'll be because someone's curious how bad it can get. Because right now, she's not bringing points. She's bringing problems. This isn't hustle. This isn't hunger. This is high maintenance masquerading as high value. And the clock is ticking. DeWanna Bonner didn't just quit a team. She walked out on the very thing that built her legacy, the grind. The 6 a.m. shoot-arounds when no one's watching, the ice baths after back-to-backs, the bruises, the sacrifices, the late night studying game film, the silent discipline that separates champions from passengers. She didn't just leave a locker room, she abandoned the unglamorous work that made her a star. And the worst part? She didn't seem to think anyone would notice. In a league that's evolving faster than ever, a league that demands more. more hustle, more heart.
Excuse me, DeWanna Bonner? What do you mean you don't want to play for the Fever anymore? You signed a contract, you made a commitment to this team, and you're just gonna jump out of it right in the middle? Get out of here with that. Go retire. We didn't need you anyways. You weren't doing anything for our team. You know what? This frees up a roster spot. Maybe we can go get Ari McDonald and actually become a championship caliber team now. No interest in playing for the Fever. I'll go play for the Fever. They don't want me. I'll stay.
People who are saying it's too early to judge DeWanna Bonner's performance at this point in the season obviously did not watch Connecticut last season. Now, the Sun started off strong, one of the longest winning streaks in WNBA history. The Sun also won more games last season than they've won in franchise history. So there's no doubt that Connecticut was a strong team. But what I am saying is that Bonner was proven inconsistent on the offensive end. There were 12 games where she shot 30% or less. For her career, she's a 40% shooter. Considering her position at forward, that's fairly low. Top forwards and post players typically sit around 50% from the floor. I think her field goal percentage struggles due to her shot selection, and she likes to shoot from deep, but last season she was 29% from three.
I need answers. I need answers. I don't want this swept under the rug whatsoever. I don't want this swept under the rug whatsoever. I want solid answers from somebody, because this I've never seen this. Sorry, never seen it. I need answers. And I do not believe, this is just my personal opinion, I do not believe that it is DeWanna Bonner. I do not believe it's coaching. I'm not really sure.
This whole DeWanna Bonner thing is bothering me a little bit. So it turns out that DeWanna Bonner scrubbed off everything that pertains or to Indiana Fever. What is going on? I don't get it. You take a leave of absence, no updates, nothing. Does she want to retire? Does she want to leave the Fever? Is she looking for a trade? What is going on with DeWanna Bonner?
More humility. Bonner's offering less. Less effort, less leadership, less presence when it matters. And yet she's cloaking it in the language of empowerment, calling it a boundary, a decision, a statement. But make no mistake, this wasn't a stand. This wasn't a message. It was an escape. An exit plan scripted for sympathy. A carefully choreographed retreat from pressure, from accountability, from competition. Not because she couldn't play anymore, but because she couldn't play without being celebrated. Now she's out there spinning the story like she's still in control, like the league is chasing her, like teams are lining up. But the truth is colder than the bench she walked away from. The game moved on, the players moved on, the fans moved on, and this time, it's not waiting for her, not for the attitude, not for the excuses, not for one more highlight reel that stopped updating 3 seasons ago. Because in this league, legacy isn't protected, it's earned. And when you stop showing up, you don't just lose minutes, you lose the moment. And DeWanna Bonner, she didn't just miss the moment, she walked away from it. For good.